Here's a video on a 8-wire CD 44 style rotator I'm donating to the Southern Cal CB break coming up this summer. Push the wrong button. Okay, here we go. It's already got the LED light in it. These little 24-volt bulbs get pretty hot and they fail. Anyway, it's a non-brake rotator. So if you have a 3-element beam, this would work perfect for you. I've got new bolts for it. Now, if you put this on a rotor plate, you are going to have to space the bolts up some. The easiest way to do that is just take a 5/16 nut and stick it between the rotator and the control plate, rotor plate. Or if you just want to mount it to a mass pipe, you can bolt it right to this bracket right here. The bolts are long enough. I'll include this in case you just want to have a mass pipe stick up. And then bolt the rotor right to it and then bolt the top to it. And it will be pointing north. To give you a little example of how this works, you always have to push the brake button, even though it don't have a brake. Once you get clear to south, it'll stop. And hit the brake release again, because it won't move unless you hit the brake release. Now we'll go back the other way. It's turning clockwise. The rotator is turning. Let's say you want to point it back north. Just stop it on north. And you don't have to worry about delaying it, holding the brake down, because there's no brake in it. And keep going until it's over to the other south. These are a little noisier. They've got the aluminum gear in them. They are very light duty, so I wouldn't go anything over a 4-element flat beam. As you can see now, it's in south. I'll put it back to north. I always stop these at north, so once you get this mounted up, you leave your clamps loose on the bell of the rotator, turn your beam to north, and then clamp it down. And bada boom, bada beam. So on the bottom of this thing, I gotta flip it around here just right. My table ain't very big. I should move that 4-tube Elkin off of here. But you can see that that's number 1 right there, that first screw. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then that one clear down the bottom over there, that's 8. But there's 1 to 4 and 5 to 8. And what I use these open spade terminals. I'll take one of them off here. This is my test cable. Let's see if I can get that out of there one-handed. Yeah, that's what I use. And if you use the bottom mass support. Of course, the wires will come down through this cover, and that'll go on there just like that. But that's it. I think sometimes you can see a number on them, but I got that from String Bean in Missouri. Rebuilt it. It's all lubed up. Everything's good in it. And then the back side of the control box is the same way. Let's see if I can flip this around here. You've got a fuse on the back. Now you can see these a little bit better. See, that's 1. And then clear over there is 4. And then that one on the bottom is 5. And the other one on the opposite end is going to be 8. So you just wire it 1 to 1. 1 on the rotor control box. 1 on the rotor itself. 1 to 1, 2 to 2. Blah, 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 blah. And you'll have it set. Just get some 8-wire conductor cable. And then here's that's the LED light that's in them. It works a little bit better. Doesn't get nearly as hot. Especially if you got a plastic case. It won't melt it. The calibration button here. It's already calibrated to this rotator, so you shouldn't have to mess with that. Well, what it is you turn off the rotator, stick a little screwdriver in here. See if I can find that little burger. Figure out which way to turn it. Okay, so that's the calibration there. Then you turn it on. Better. Well, now I'll show you the calibration here real quick. Hook this wire back up. This is true for just about any high gain rotator. Set it back up. So with it off, you have the needle pointing to the south. You adjust it through this little hole so the needle's lined up. Turn it on. Go all the way to south, clear over there. Once it gets all the way and stops, it should be pointing on south. As you can see, it just went just a little bit further. So you push in on the calibrate button and you turn it. Until south is lined up. Push the button again. Now it's calibrated. Now you go back to north. And I'll stop it at north so you can line it all up whenever you install it. Okay. Now, if by chance you accidentally bump this button, you'll see what it does if it's pushed in. So with it released, and now it's back at north. Okay. So I'm going to be mailing this off to Tijuana Mama. And once she posts it, she's delivered it, or she's received it, I'll publish this video in the group. So good luck. And enjoy your little rotator setup. Just everybody make a bunch of bids on it so the club can make some money on it. Okay, have a good day.